Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Fran. In this channel, I share knowledge and practical techniques on trauma healing and mental health conditions like eating disorder, bipolar disorder, depression, and anxiety. I hope by telling my very own stories that you will somehow feel seen and connected and understood and inspire you to keep faith to become a better person. So today I wanted to talk about 5 surprising signs that you might have social anxiety. So let's get started. The first sign is that you cancel plans like constantly. How many times do you and your friends or coworkers make plans ahead of time for the weekend, and then right before that you come up with excuses to not go and decided just to stay at home and watch Netflix and just chill by yourself? And I'm not saying like once or twice over the year, but like constantly. For me, I remember like every month when I was trying to overcome my social anxiety, I actually make plans every month ahead of time. Like this weekend I'm gonna go this place, and next time I'm gonna go somewhere else. So in order to push myself to go, I would make those plans ahead of time. But normally right before that, like in the middle of the week, I would just text them, come up with excuses like, I think I'm gonna have my period this weekend, so I don't think I'm gonna go, I'm sorry. Or I have to work on this weekend, unfortunately, so I cannot join you guys. I even go as further as, like I need to go to another city for business trips, so I don't think I'm gonna make it this weekend. Until I actually discovered a pattern, because I just constantly make plans ahead of time, but upon the actual event I would cancel, and I didn't know what I was thinking. Not only do we avoid social occasions altogether, we would find excuses to rationalize it, to prevent us feeling this shameful feeling that we know deep down we are finding excuses. We actually have social anxiety. For example, the excuses I would normally use be like, well, it's not gonna be that fun anyways. It's not like I'm gonna make any friends. This place is too far away. I have to get up early in the morning, so it's legitimate for me to not go. Or those people are not that fun anyways. I don't like them that much, so it's really not worthy of my time and energy. Deep down, we feel like people are gonna perceive us in a negative way. They're gonna judge us, they're gonna criticize us, and that's gonna threaten our low self-esteem. That's gonna make ourselves feel like, because we already know that we're not good enough, and then if people perceive the same way, then they will confirm the core belief that we're not good enough. Social anxiety can trick us to believing a lot of lies. And one of the biggest lies I've told myself is that I need to be perfect for social occasions, which is never, right? If I fail to impress people, I'm a failure. So I struggle like so much to try to gain people's recognition, to try to earn the slightest positive instead of the negative or neutral like compliment from people. I obsess to be the chosen one by people, whoever. I just cannot stand the idea that anyone would disapprove me as a person. So it just puts me under a lot of pressure. And I feel like every time before I go out, I need to pick the perfect outfit. I need to rehearse whatever I need to say, like even the exact words. I need to practice responding to people in always positive way so that we end in good note. So I was always self-conscious, so I was always uncomfortable in front of people. And it just cost me the genuine connection that I could create with people. And to a point, I just completely gave up because it just sounds like too much effort to me. Like I need to do everything perfect, and it's just exhausting. So I just completely avoid joining and participating social occasions altogether. The second surprising sign is that you overthink content you put out on social media. You're very obsessive when it comes to posting online because you feel like you're putting yourself under the spotlight. Sometimes a natural desire for you to share just rise up, and you just wanted to post something, you want to say something, you want to express your opinions, right? But then before you hit that send button, you become extremely nervous and you become extremely concerned. You don't know what captions to use, you don't know what's the best time to post, and you think over the consequences. Well, maybe nobody's gonna like it, maybe nobody's gonna resonate with what you're saying, what you're expressing, and they don't really care about your memories and stuff. But then you convince yourself, well, it's my right to post anything I want at any time, and it's my right to share. So you would go ahead and post something. Then 10 minutes later, you're gonna start wondering, well, did I use the right caption? Should I pick another time to post so I get more likes? Should I post something different? Do I look good in the picture? And then you just start to ask around, ask your friend, do I look good in this picture? Is that right if I say this? Or is that legitimate for me to post this thing? Despite the fact that your friend may tell you that you look fine, it's okay. It doesn't look weird and everything's normal and nobody's gonna give a shit about what you post or say something. But you would know this deeply seated fear and anxiety. You would feel it in your chest. You would feel this unsettling sensation in your body because you almost can predict something bad is going to happen. You almost can predict that people are gonna perceive you badly, wrongly, or even misunderstand you, even start to not like you anymore. This is a really big sign indicating that you may have social anxiety. The third surprising sign is that you anticipate catastrophic things in upcoming events. For people with social anxiety, normally before actually going to the event, before actually showing up, we already rehearsed the situation like 1,000 times in our head, good or bad. Mostly bad, mostly ended up with catastrophic things, but we engage in rumination and fantasies ahead of time. We would automatically assume the worst out of it so that it causes even more distress, more anxiety before actually showing up. A lot of us would chicken out because of this fear, because of this predicted anxiety that we're going to have, we're going to make a mess, we're going to be embarrassed by how different we are. But if we have to go, we become very obsessed about planning ahead. We ended up lacking spontaneity in attempts to control the situation, to make sure that it doesn't go away, to make sure that it happens exactly like we planned it. For example, for me, I almost never go to places that I've never been before. I would stick to the original route. I would stick to the original place. I would sit at the exact same place because that tiny corner that I picked always, it's gonna save me from embarrassment. It's gonna save me from being caught out by people. It's gonna save me from drawing attention to myself, to expose myself to the public or under the spotlight. But the thing is, people don't actually act the way I expect them to, and things don't go the way I plan. So every time, in reality, my avoidance strategy wouldn't actually work every time. So it just causes me panic. Whenever things catch me off guard, I would be scared the shit out of myself, and I would feel like I literally cannot breathe, I cannot think, and I just freeze there most of the time. The fourth sign is that you experience physiological reactions under social occasions. Some of the common physiological signs that you may experience in a crowd or under social occasions are that you may experience short of breath, you may experience racing heart, you start have palm sweating, blush, and then you feel like your body is very tensed, and then you can just walk in a very awkward and clumsy way. For more details, you can actually check out my video, Social Anxiety Signs and How to Overcome It. I'm going to put it somewhere here. But what I'm saying is that if you constantly experience those physical symptoms, if you constantly go through those things, whenever, like as small as talking to a stranger, talking to a small group, as big as raise your hand in a classroom, make a comment in a meeting, or delivering a speech, if you have those signs like constantly, it might be indicating that you have social anxiety. Everybody experiences symptoms once in a while when we're experiencing a really large event for us. For example, somebody is delivering a promotion speech, or someone is making a really important presentation in front of thousands of people. You can still hear that they are nervous. You can hear the shivering in their voices. You can hear that they are just being awkward and unnatural. That's normal, because we all do that. We are all human beings, right? But if you're going through those things like constantly, that might be saying something. For example, for me, whenever I'm in the meeting, I always hide out in the corner to avoid getting caught out, to avoid strict eye contact with people. So whenever I'm forced to make a comment or to say something, I would hear my voice shivering, and I would hear myself stutter, and I would panic and I don't know where to look, and I would just look down, just try to avoid eye contact with people, and I would instantly feel this heat wave like from my face to my forehead, and I would feel this sweat in my palms. Even though people think it's so natural, so easy to just say something in a meeting because you're just simply expressing your opinions, but I was just so scared. People would judge me by the way I walk, by the way I talk, by the things I say, by the contribution I make, and basically every little behavior and every little detail in my appearance, because I was just so scared that I do not meet their standards. I don't meet their qualifications to be a normal human being. If you wanted to know my coping skills for getting triggered in public of social anxiety, and also how I overcome social anxiety myself, you can actually check out my video. I'm going to put it here. The fifth sign is that you constantly replay and reevaluate your performance long after the past social occasions. Normally, after social events, we will still be obsessed about how we performed during those events, and we'll be looking for perceived flaws within ourselves with magnifying glasses. Firstly, we would compare ourselves to other people. We would try to recall how amazing a job other people have done. For example, how natural they are, how attractive and glamorous they are. Unlike us, we are just totally embarrassed. And we would assume that people could see through our pretense that we're nervous. People can tell that we are blushing. And secondly, we would try to nitpick flaws in the way we behaved. For instance, Jenny and Marco looked at my direction and they looked away shortly after that, and they started to talk. And they must be judging me. They must be bad-mouthing me about probably how lame an outfit I had, how lame the speech I've made. And they're gonna tell people about it. Oh no, like I suck, I'm the worst. People are gonna know that I'm worst. And you have those negative assumptions about people, and then you start to nitpick everything you do. When you're looking for flaws with magnifying glass, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find that you're not perfect. You're gonna find that you have not behaved like you imagined you would. Those negative perceptions that you have about yourself is gonna create a negative loop. You start with this negative core belief that you're not good enough. People are gonna judge you. People are gonna not like you. So you either avoid not going to social occasions at all, so you will never figure out if there's anything good that people have to say about you, or you actually show up. Then you're so self-conscious, then you look for flaws, then you look for any possible signs that people don't like you, which is going to confirm the core belief that you have you're not good enough, which is going to contribute directly to your lower self-esteem. So I want you to really find out what perceptions that you have by yourself, what negative assumption that you have every time you go to social events, and be very conscious, be very aware of them, because being aware of it is the first step towards breaking free from it. That eventually help you overcome this negative belief that you have in your mind about yourself. Alright everyone, thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. I hope it's helpful. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you wanted to see more videos like that, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.